Hey guys, Patrick Johnston, managing broker, co-owner, Go Dominican Life, your real estate company here in the Dominican Republic. Today I'm in Sosua. I was up here for about 24 hours getting some stuff completed with property developments, some banking, some teamwork, all that fun stuff. But now that I got that done, I was thinking today about something that most people don't want to think about and forget to think about, and that is insurance. And why I say that now is I just got a notification 2 days ago about my personal insurance, and simply put, they invoiced me, I think it's 6 months in advance or so. So this is why it's top of mind. If you're going to relocate here or set up a more consistent lifestyle here in the Dominican Republic, you need to have a strategy on your insurance. There's several ways to go about it because there's several different companies to do it with, but I'll tell you my approach, and you can choose whether that makes sense for you. When I was in Canada living full-time, of course, I like to make pillars of professionals around me. So I chose one lawyer to work with all the time, one person for my personal investments, stocks, bonds, shares and things like that for trading, and the other one was an insurance person, because those are your three pillars of your personal life outside of your business. And for me, I don't want to really know anything about those things because I'm better working with numbers than dealing with those things full time. So I rely heavily on one person to be the head of that division in my life. So here in the Dominican Republic, I do the same thing. I have one major lawyer that I work with for my personal investments, for strategy and legal work. And in insurance, I chose a national company here in the DR called Universal Insurance. And in fact, the person that I use, her name is Angie. She's a Canadian living here in the Dominican Republic for 30 years or more. So there's two things that happen with that. You're comfortable with working with someone from your home country, which I think you understand. I'm Canadian, so if you're Canadian or American, it's easy for us to get along. We understand our state of mind. And more importantly, she speaks Spanish and she knows the system very well, and she's been integrated in the country for a long time. So I took the approach to streamline everything. So my motorcycle, for example, my car or cars, so my Jeep and my Volkswagen van, I have insured with her. I have my personal health insurance with her. And then I have everything to do with the company, which is basically liability and insurance for fire, flood, and hurricane, and all that fun stuff. One contact to be for all things insurance works for me. I get better service. I get a more streamlined financial cost. I can be very open with that person to say, oh, what do I do in this case? What do I do in that case? And you're building a bond or a relationship with someone. Just like with you and me in real estate, I hopefully will represent the entire process for you, which is real estate buying or selling, mortgage and financing, property management and short-term rentals in terms of managing your process. And the last one, of course, is if you're a developer or investor, strategies about buying investment property, hotels, land, and making projects, that type of thing. So you want to have an expert in your field. And like me and our team here at Go Dominican Life, I put the pressure, I put the responsibility, and I put the guidance in one person for insurance. So I just don't have to think about it. I just have to say, hey, I'm doing this. And they are very reactive because you become a good client. Beyond all that, of course, we're in real estate, so I refer the same person many, many times, which again is great for you as a consumer. And my benefit is simply that you get the same service I do, and we give a good person who knows her business strength and representation. So health insurance here in the DR, our market, as I'm talking to you, is 45 years old to 65-year-olds, mostly couples from North America. When I look at the statistics of our business, what's important as you're transitioning your life to be full-time here, it is not sensible to use Canadian and American life insurance policies for your life or for health insurance from North America, because you're going to pay a crazy premium to do that. So I pay roughly $65 a month, American, for health insurance. And that is very typical for a health insurance package that you would think about in Canada and the United States. Basically like your dental and sort of incidentals like glasses, etc. It's like an 80-20. They pay 80% with a cap. I pay 20%. Mine covers all of my hospital emergency stuff and medicine if I'm checked into the hospital. And I elected not to have prescription medicine paid by them. I pay it myself because I find the medicine prescription stuff a lot cheaper here than it is in my home country of Canada. But you can personalize that for you. But the key thing I noticed on my 6-month renewal when I paid it yesterday is that there was a notification that said if you are 60 years old or above and you have an existing policy with them, you cannot modify that policy to increase it for whatever coverage you want, or you can't be a new application at 60 years old or more to obtain health insurance in the DR with the company. Why I'm saying that? If you're going to retire here, or you're going to spend 6 months a year here from the age of 60 or 58 till the day we graduate to whatever's next in life or afterlife, you want to make sure that you have your insurance package set up before you're 60 years old. Again, if you're transitioning and you're going to spend 2 months, 3 months a year here, I would suggest you acquire a package of insurance today and absorb that cost into your life, which is roughly $65. I'm not a smoker. I don't do drugs, and I don't do crazy things such as like skydiving. So my package is reasonable. And I'm giving you the advice that invest in that package today when you're below 60 years old, so that you can have that policy forever. That's a very important thing. Because if you decide, hey, I'm 64, I'm now retired, woohoo, I'm coming to the DR, and then you are forced to take a North American policy, you're going to pay through the nose for that service unnecessarily. And I would dare you to compare if you can get a travel health package at $65 a month or less in North America. I don't think you'd ever be able to do that. So that's a word to advice, because I noticed that when my policy came due for renewal. In fact, what I'll do for this video, I'm going to put I'll attach, right now you'll see on the screen my policy that says that notification, so that you're clear on that. I will also put on the screen here Lisa at Universal Insurance, her contact information, so you can contact her via email and set up a conversation to have with her about your insurance needs. Again, I don't get any benefit from referring her to you, and I don't want you to think I do. I'm just saying I'm referring good people to good people so that you're protected in the decisions that you make for your future. And these, again, all of the stuff that we talk about here on the channel is about real experiences, and in any country you work or any country you live, you want to make sure that you've checked references on people and you've took the time to review the person and had recommendations rather than going blindly into the market and choosing any product or service. I think that you'll find that works to your overall benefit in the short, medium, and long term. So insurance is very important. Important. Because as a gringo here in the country, if you do not have insurance, and some people take that challenge because, I'm not going to get sick. You don't know when your time is up. You don't know when you're going to get sideswiped by a motorcycle or a car. And you don't want to be checked into a hospital with an open credit card and an unlimited bill. Because I've seen it in this country that if you do not have insurance coverage and you can't prove that you do, they won't even take you into the hospital. They may not even put you in the ambulance because they're in fear that the money will not come. And I don't blame them. This isn't Canada. It's more like a United States type of situation where it's a pay-as-you-play for an insurance. So don't delay on finding your strategy for insurance. It's not worth it. It's like $1.50 to $2 a day American to have that peace of mind and coverage. And don't delay. Do not, and to be clear, do not operate in this country for any length of time without having adequate insurance. And it's the insurance in a DR with national coverages. I mean, they're the same, like a Manulife or a Blue Cross type of Canadian policy is no real difference between the national large insurance companies here in the country. Okay? Always words to the wise, always based on real experience. And obviously I'm not driving fast enough, but that's okay. Welcome to the DR, the bits and pieces. It's not all about rum and coke, margaritas, and pina coladas with fancy umbrellas. You want those. But if you have too many of those and you get in an accident of any sort, you want the insurance. So I'm Patrick Johnston, managing broker, co-owner, Go Dominican Life, covering your butt by telling you, get the insurance, don't delay. Because if you're close to 60, you don't want to delay. Okay, adios. Life is better at the beach. Text me 829-525-1782 on WhatsApp. Let's talk about your strategy for whatever it is. Insurance, legal work, real estate purchases, selling or buying, property management, short-term rentals, investor relations and development. You name it, we do it. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.